What would be the consequences of angering a Navy SEAL's most elite warrior? Reece woke up from a coma and found all his teammates dead. Only he survived. When he returned home, he discovered that his wife and daughter had been brutally murdered. As the leader of a US Navy SEAL team, he lost everything in a single night. Now, the only thing keeping him alive is revenge for his family and fallen brothers. Fueled by rage, Reece decided to take down everyone behind it one by one. Anyone on his hit list would never see another sunrise. He snuck into the target's place, faked the scene perfectly, and walked away clean. First target gone. Before he died, the man gave up one name, Saul. He called in his old buddy Ben for help. Once they tracked Saul's location, Reece made his move. That very night, Saul was brushing his teeth when suddenly the living room speakers turned on. He stepped out, confused, but the next second, Reece pulled a plastic bag over his head and slammed him onto the bed. He sealed the bag tight and tied Saul's hands with zip ties. In just seconds, Saul passed out from suffocation. When he came to, Reece cranked the music all the way up. Saul screamed for help, but the guards outside couldn't hear a thing. The interrogation began, and Saul cracked fast. He said it was Steve, the CEO of Capstone. Steve was into every kind of dirty deal, even working with the military. But Saul only knew the project's codename. He begged Reece to let him go. Then Reece hit him with one last question. Did you send the people who killed my family? Saul froze. That's when he knew he was dead. He finally confessed. It was Steve's lawyer, Marcus. He'd hired 2 hitmen from Mexico to kill Reece's wife and daughter. Now that Reece had the truth, he pulled out a syringe of poison and slowly injected it into Saul's neck. Saul died quietly in his own mansion. Reece then sent an encrypted message to a journalist, asking her to dig into a project called RD-4895. What he never expected was that 3 senior Navy officials were involved. But Reece didn't hesitate for a moment. He kicked off the next phase of his revenge. First, he had Ben pose as a federal agent and track down a Navy colonel trying to flee. They tied up the colonel's family at the beach. Reece wanted him to feel what it's like to lose everything, but he didn't hurt them. He just needed leverage. If the colonel did what Reece said, his wife and kid would walk free. Soon, the colonel walked into the admiral's office. Before the admiral could react, he handed him a phone. On the other end was Reece. The admiral wasn't scared. He snapped back.
You aren't shit. You are a wisp of smoke blowing down the jet stream. Is that right?
But then the colonel unzipped his jacket, blank-faced. Underneath, a vest packed with explosives. The admiral realized what was coming, but it was too late. Reece hung up. The bomb went off seconds later. Reece went after his old SEAL instructor. He didn't say a word, just tackled him. But Black wasn't some rookie. He trained Reece himself. He slammed Reece to the ground, but this wasn't the same Reece he once knew. Reece locked his legs around Black's neck, twisted his arm till it snapped, and jammed a sedative into his thigh. When Black woke up, he was floating in the ocean, tied to a log, the same drill he used to put his trainees through. But now, he'd sold out for money and helped destroy the very SEAL team he'd trained. The same method he taught ended up drowning him too. But Reece's revenge was far from over.